Hello everyone, it's Colleen Frost and I wanted to talk to you today about why it is not marginally important, but why it's extremely important to use a local lender when you're buying a home, and to make sure that buyer is using a local lender when you're selling your home. So this is for both buyers and sellers out there. Okay, so let me give you some examples over the past 6 months that I've been a part of. We have had where we advise, because we cannot steer, but we advise our buyers to call our local lender, who is Susie Reed with Supreme Lending, and with Rodney Anderson at the corner of Preston and Park, located in Plano, Texas, locally. She is a rock star. Okay, so what does Susie do? She gets docs to title company a week before close. We've never had one where it hasn't been there a week before close. Even if we have a 3-week close, boop, 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 she gets them there. So that gives the title company a lot of time to prepare the settlement statement so that our buyers can go over it and have their money ready, set, go, no hiccups. Buyer or listing agents on the other end of the transaction, when they see that the letter is coming across from Susie Reed with Supreme Lending, it's going to be smooth. So that's one thing you're going to want to make sure is using a local lender. There's some skin in the game. When you use a big bank, again, because we can't steer, but we advise our buyers to use a local lender. We've had instances where buyer says, you know, I really love my big bank and I want to stay with my big bank. That's where my money is. Well, I know that you're loyal to them. That's great news. The bad news is they're not loyal back to you. So it's very disheartening when I call them at 6:30 on a Wednesday night to ask them a question because you're frustrated with them regarding, you know, something with the lending. And I get the, if this message is after 5 o'clock, please leave a message and we'll return the following business day, which if it's a Friday, the following business day is Monday. I really like to be able to get a hold of my lender, and I like to sometimes get a hold of them at 8:30 at night and shoot them a text and say, hey, do you mind if I call you? So that's important. You want to make sure that, you know, it's not just the best rate, because when you go with just the best rate, you're not going to get just the best service. You want to get the best rate with the best service with the full package. And that's what we offer you here at Frost Group, is we offer full service realty. And we'll make sure that all of our vendors that we refer over to you are the best of the best. Let me see. Here's another example where we had a buyer, again, they did not want to use a local lender. And so when I sell their home and everything goes smooth and I've done my diligence on the sale of your property, and then you go out to buy a home and you've decided to use the big bank over on the East Coast in Virginia, and you can't get a hold of them and you don't know them, and then all of a sudden you and your 3 kids and your wife and your dog and your 2 cats are all staying in an extended stay for 2 to 3 weeks, hoping you can extend the loan and extend the contract and not be sued for specific performance and not have to take on additional fees because the seller of the house that executed a contract with you thinking you were going to be you know, closing on time, and now you're not. Just a lot of agita. It's already such a stressful situation. So, you know, let us guide you and give you the best of the best. That's what we provide here. So I just really think it's extremely important that you use a local lender. As far as the listing agent goes, when I'm wearing my listing hat, and I have multiple offers come across, I don't like to see a big bank on the other side, and I'll, you know, make sure I go over that process, letting my sellers choose which offer that they think is best for them. And if they do decide to go with a big bank lender, letting them know of things that can happen and how things can go wrong. And like my mom always said, you know, you marry a man for his money, you earn every penny. So if you start chasing that specific you know, offer that's attached to a lender that may not be the best, you know, you may earn that penny later down the road. So I really think that you should stay with a local lender, have some skin in the game, someone that has a really stellar reputation, someone that's top of the market. And I think that, I hope this gave you a better idea of why you'll want to sell your home, and make sure your listing agent is going over all of that information with you and making sure that when the offer comes across, that your listing agent, like we do here at Frost Group, always make sure that we've spoken to the lender before we execute the offer, and also that you know, it is a local lender with some skin in the game that we can get a hold of if we have to on a Thursday night at 8 o'clock at night. So if you have any questions or comments, give me a call, 214-284-1080. You can always check us out on callingfrost.com, and make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. I've got some more great videos coming up.